and welcome or welcome back. I'm Bo.
And I'm Win.
And we are trying to get our crap together one paycheck at a time. This is our spending check-in for the fourth week. Fourth week of October. We still have one paycheck left. And we're closing out this budget here. Let's get into our transactions. So we're going to start with Friday the 11th. Win paid the kids copay. That was $40. I sent $20 to his debt, which is his student loans. We had snacky snacks for $6. And I stuffed 130 in my envelopes. I will explain that later. And then on the 12th, snacky snacks for $10. This was all of us. This was me, Win, and the kids. And then the 13th is where the chaos resumes.
The chaos.
$32.
Which once had been set aside and relegated to the past, reared its ugly head. Poor judgment on my part. I don't know if it's because I'm not exercising and I'm fuzzy, or I got anxious, but between bad habits, bad old habits, and not sticking firm to the mantra of I don't have any money in the first place, I wound up spending $32 that didn't need to be spent and $50 that didn't need to be spent.
Yep.
That's not even counting the book fair fiasco, but that's for another video.
Correct. And then I paid for my car wash membership for $18. I really want to switch to the annual, but I keep procrastinating. And then $2 for dining out, more snacky snacks. Got a hot dog at Costco, because I was going there for snacks anyway. It's groceries, but I eat pistachios as a snack at work. And I just went there for that, and then I was hungry, so I got a hot dog. And then on the 16th, I sent another $280 to Wynn's student loan. And then on the 17th is when we saved. So,
thank you, by the way.
I love you. Almost done with this. Almost done with Trunchbull, the highest interest student loan. And then on the 17th, he saved $245 for our wedding, $104 for gifts, $114 for his summer pay, because he is a substitute teacher, so he's not guaranteed full-time income in the summer. So we're trying to save up so that it doesn't hurt our bank account so much. And then I put $112 towards car maintenance, $12 towards my school fund, $25 towards subscriptions, $8 for Christmas. I know it's like a tiny amount, and so is the $2 for the phone bill, but
still showed up on the savings tracker.
Yes, it's just I'm doing this savings challenge where it's $500 by pulling cards, like playing cards, and I pulled an 8. So that's how that happened. So yeah, that is the savings. And let us see how the envelopes broke up. Envelopes are next. Okay. So these are our revolving envelopes here. The only one that's in cash is health. Everything else is in the bank account. We just track it on here. For groceries, added $90 to the $152 that was already there, spent $73, left with $169. Bulk buys, added $40 to the $11 that was already there, spent $44, so $7's left. So next go round, next paycheck, I'm gonna lower how much groceries gets and raise how much bulk buys gets, because we've been struggling to stay under budget with this. And bulk shopping it saves us money in the long run. So it's worth it because it's very unbalanced. Okay. And then transportation, didn't spend anything, so that's still 32. Health, spent 227 of the 677 that was there. This was when going to urgent care, was it?
Yep.
So that was urgent care.
Got a sciatica.
Yep. Urgent care and a bottle of multivitamins and Imodium for one of the kids because he has stomach ache. So yeah, $227 leaves us with $450. And I know we'd been saying that we were going to pay for a lifetime subscription to this app that helps with our ADHD. That is not happening because Win has another 2 medical bills coming that amount to what, like $400? $600 on top of the 200?
No, including. Sorry.
Okay. Because I said another 2.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah. So Win has another $400 in medical bills coming. So yeah, we're not doing the lifetime subscription for the app. We are going to we're gonna aim a little lower there because that's not happening. Which reminds me, we also want to start splitting health up because part of why we had been adding 75 every pay period was so that we could build it up so when it comes time to get our eye exam and glasses the next time, we would have the money already. So I'm thinking maybe we should split up health into 2 and then have a health and vision. Have that separate so that we protect that because glasses are an absolute necessity, especially
apparently
if we break ours or something, yeah, we can use our emergency funds, but I would much rather just have the money set aside already for that would make me personally feel a lot better. And then home shopping, didn't add anything, but spent $43 of the 93 that was there. So we're left with 50. Birthdays, didn't spend anything, didn't add anything. So 113. Same with clothing, it's 45. Shoes, 80 still. And then pet care, there was 130. We spent 127. So we're left with $3. We got it real close. This was buying, it's about 70 pounds of chicken thighs. We make our cat's food from scratch. So we get big bulk packs from Costco of chicken thighs, and then we add vitamins and liver, and it's a whole thing. So yeah, that was that. And then personal, spent 12. I honestly don't remember. What the $12 was for. Wait. Okay, now I remember. I got a 2-pack of privacy screen protectors for my phone because one of my coworkers made me super paranoid about people on the train and in public seeing my phone when I'm doing something. I got real paranoid, so I bought a 2-pack of those. So there's $54 left in personal. And we're not doing rollover right now. That is going to wait for the summer. So yeah, that's it for the envelope categories. And then we get to the budget itself. You all right?
Yep, just a little burpee.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, let's get right into it. We are already almost at 10 minutes. So for inflow, Win had a paycheck of $867.
Ooh.
It's not great. It's from the summer. As I said, he is not guaranteed full-time income during the summer. But this was a low bill paycheck, so I figured it would be a good place to put in a low income paycheck. So $867 there. My paycheck was $15.89, as budgeted, of course, because it's an old paycheck. Then other income was $263. This was reimbursement for utilities. That brought us to a total of $27.19. Oh, speaking of which, actually, speaking of utilities, we are going to stop bringing utilities into the budget right away, and we're going to start putting it, like delaying it, just like we've been delaying our paychecks, so that we can plan out in advance where those dollars are going to go. I think it would make things a lot more realistic if we're always dealing with money that we already had. Okay, so $27.19. And then we're not investing right now. That's not where we are in our journey. But we get down to his spending, which is pretty decent-ish.
Where kid bills came out to 80. Internet, always 66. S&M collections, always 50. Adventures, 71. And miscellaneous, 137. That gives us subtotal. Oh, right. So allotted, like budgeted 30. Went way over with spending.
Went way over the first week and then doubled down the second week.
For no good reason.
Correct. If you can't tell, I'm displeased.
Yes.
It's not the end of the world. I overspend too. But part of the reason why, like, our little, like, give and take is I'm our disposable income so that he can save and, like, pay for stuff that his kids need and pay the bills. So
This endangered that.
yes, I don't like it. If we're going to overspend, I should be the one overspending, because 9 times out of 10, what I overspend on is stuff for us anyway. But when he overspends, it's usually like panic and like anxiety and stuff. It's
very avoidable.
It's avoidable, and also it's often on things that aren't helping us as a whole. So yeah.
This is not the way.
And also, his paycheck was $867. So we're not we're not doing it. We're not doing it. Okay. I'm off my little rant. Let's move on.
That gives us a subtotal of 404, with 2,315 remaining. Now, as regards savings, wedding fund got its 445, gifts 167, and summer pay got a little more than expected, 114, or more than was budgeted for. That brings us to 726, leaving 1,589.
Which, conveniently enough, is how much my paycheck was. And then we have my spending, which is my checking account. If I didn't say it already, we do not share bank accounts. So this is my checking account. That was his checking and savings. So for my spending, my monthly bills was just the $18 for the car wash subscription, and then that was as budgeted, and then $600 for his debt as budgeted. I'm almost done with Trunchbull. And then dining out went a little over budget, $37. I've been kind of stressed and snacking extra. Is not ideal, but it's $7. We'll live. Groceries got the $260 that was budgeted. Groceries and bulk got the $260 as budgeted. Transportation got the $60 as budgeted. All of these are as budgeted. So $75 for health, $25 for home shopping, $5 for birthday, $40 for clothing and shoes, $15 for pet care, and $50 for personal. And I know these are combined on here, like groceries in bulk and clothing and shoes. These are combined on here, but separated on my revolving funds tracker, my revolving envelopes tracker. But that is just because in actuality, I want to protect one of the categories. So I broke it apart, but there's only so many spaces, and I don't want to find a new budget worksheet. So we're just going to work with what we have. Okay, so that is a subtotal of 1,185. as opposed to the 1,178 that was budgeted. So $7 over budget again because of dining out. I'm okay with that. Leaves us with $404. And then for my saving, which is my savings account, subscription got the 32 that was budgeted. Phone got $2 that wasn't budgeted, but that's okay. Obviously.
I want my $2. That's a reference.
Oh my goodness. And then insurance got the 102 that was budgeted. Car maintenance got the 112 that was budgeted. Christmas only got $11, but that is because, again, we're doing the card challenge. So those are just the cards that I picked. And then school got 145, which is more than budgeted, which is A-okay. So that was $404, and that's all that was left. So that makes this a zero-based budget.
Now, I want to rewind real quick. We talked about how to bounce back from my chaotic overspending, and what we figured out was that until further notice, the money that I normally get toward miscellaneous will go toward filling in the gap that created in our long-term budget. We're still doing that?
Wait, what? Is that what we said?
Yeah, the $30 I get every paycheck will just go towards something else.
Okay.
And this works for a couple reasons. One, it doesn't punish the kid funds because they did nothing wrong. I did. But also it forces me to contend with the fact that I made a choice and there are consequences. I felt like I needed to spend money right now. And that choice left me without several months of discretionary funds because that's how that goes.
I mean, I don't know. I personally was not a huge fan of that idea because I like to deal with things within the pay period that the problem is. But this was Wynn's decision. I will respect it. If you spend money when you're not budgeted for it, though, it's naughty.
It's not how we make friends.
It is not. But, we'll see what happens. I still love you.
I love you. And don't choose broke. I say it every time, and I mean it. Budget beats broke every time. Without budget, this would have been an emergency that we weren't prepared for, and it's bad enough as it is without it needing to be worse.
Yep. And let us know in the comments how you would account for this kind of overspending. It was $107 over in miscellaneous, $51 over in adventure money. If you had this happen, if you had gone over budget this much, and you hadn't had this kind of reimbursement to kind of fill in the gap a little bit, well, fill in the gap completely, really. What would you have done? What would you have taken from to make the budget balance? Or would you have pulled from savings to cover it? Let us know. I'm curious because we had an extended conversation about it, which is part of why I had totally forgotten that he had decided to just eradicate his pocket money for a while. Because we had talked about a few different options. But yeah, let me know what you would have done. I love you. I appreciate you. Never forget that you deserve financial stability, and I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.